Hello all, I'm Roberto Jordan, the president of Sundiata African American Cultural Association. We're the producers of Festival Sundiata, the festival that you love to come to each and every year at Seattle Center. This year, in 2021, we're going to be at Seattle Center, and we're going to do it on Juneteenth, June 19th and 20th, 2021. Normally, you'll see our people on stage entertaining you. You'll see their work that you come and look at, and there will be exhibits that are there. And you never really get to know them as people. And the fact that they're not really getting paid to be out there. They're doing it for the community. And so now what we want to do is we want to give a build up to our festival that's coming up. So we're going to give you an intimate look into them as people. We're going to be doing interviews with them that you guys can have a look at and see exactly how these folks are. They love Black folks. These brothers and sisters are some people that you would really want to get to know in real life. So that's what we're going to do, give you a chance to get to know them in real life. We're going to dedicate our festival to Muhammad Sabo. He's a brother that was with us for at least 20 years that passed away in 2019. This brother gave up everything that he could for the festival. He would perform, he would bring music equipment, he would run stages, he would do all these certain things. So we're gonna dedicate the festival to him. This is a festival that you don't wanna miss because hopefully COVID will be over and you'll be able to get out there and enjoy yourself. Right now, we did it electronically because we wanted to respect the virus. But we want you to show up June 19th and 20th, 2021, at Seattle Center for Festival Sundiata Black Arts Fest and enjoy Festival Sundiata Spotlight.
Hello, my name is Consuela and welcome to the Festival Sundiata Spotlight. Today on our show, we are spotlighting the talented Charles Tatum. Welcome to the show, Charles.
Yes, my name is Charles Tatum, Jr. I've been involved with Sundiata now for the last, I believe, 7 years. I think I was introduced to Carl Copeland as the first person I was introduced to, and I've been working with him ever since. I met Roberto, Kimberly, and everyone as we went along. And other people started to be added on to Sundiata, which had been going on for more than 15 to 20 years before I got there. Since I've been there, I watched the community grow. Sundiata has been a beautiful outlet and a platform for not only me, but other artists as well. From them bringing in the national acts to the acts that are right here in Seattle, I believe that it's been one of the most gifted things that I've ever seen and been a part of in my life. From the artists to the vendors to the food trucks to the people who are actually come out and they volunteer to the kids. They've all had a wonderful time. Since I've been here for the last 7 years, all I've seen is us grow, continuously grow. My part, the things that I do, I've been assisting Carl with the vendors and setting up, getting the vendors in the place where they need to be, helping with the national acts, doing some security, keeping the place clean, making sure that we have all of the, everything is set and in place. I've also had opportunity to display my own artwork and have my own vending area for the last, I believe, 5 years of that. Because the first year, I believe I didn't do any of that. And I just started going on and been working with Kim, just helping her set up from her runway to doing her models to helping her set up the artwork and anywhere else that I'm needed. I'm there volunteering and doing as much as I can with Sundiata. And like I said, it's been one of the most invigorating and most outstanding cultural Black history events that I've been involved with here in Seattle.
All right, good to see you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, Charles Tatum, Jr. Was born in August of 1965, August 26. Born in Arkansas, Little Rock. My parents relocated here to Seattle, Washington when I was 4 years old. I went to Columbia Elementary school there. I took up gymnastics and I was also introduced to art. You know, I was already doing art at that time. Then I ended up going to McClure Junior High School up on Queen Anne, where I was introduced to an art contest with the NAACP, and that's when I won my first art contest.
Wonderful.
Then I graduated from Nathan Hale, and ever since then, I went to Seattle Art Institute. I went to the Seattle Art Institute afterwards, and only went there for less than a year. And then after that, I decided to pick up work and started working because that wasn't paying the bills. And I didn't
That school is expensive.
Yeah. Well, back then it was, and it wasn't. So it was kind of in between.
Mm. Okay. So you said you were doing artwork. You were doing art before you took it up in school. So who inspired you to do art?
Definitely my mother. My mother had a trick for me to keep me quiet at night. My mother was a seamstress. She sewed clothes all the time. She made all of our clothes. So and she just let me stay up at night with her. So in order to keep me quiet, I used to like to draw. So she would sit me down and have me, there wasn't anything for me to draw, like coloring books or anything like that. So she gave me a piece of paper and a pen, not a pencil, and gave me some ebony magazines and jet magazines. So I began to draw the people out of the ebonies and the jet magazines. And that's how I learned how to draw people from my mother.
That's awesome. Wow. And since you love to do it, you probably spent countless hours, right?
Oh, man, all night. Anytime I had an opportunity to draw, I would draw and continue to I don't think I was like looking for a medium. I just was already set on doing pen and ink. I didn't like pencil. It was messy. I'm heavy-handed. I didn't like paint. I thought it was messy. I like doing sculptures, anything with clay and some wood carving. But other than that, my mother was my biggest inspiration. She still is, and she's my muse.
That's awesome. Yes. Shout out to the mamas. All
Yeah.
right. So I see you have some pieces behind you. So you have mentioned that you do pen and ink. And so are you strictly doing that now, or?
Right now, I'm starting to deal with acrylic and adding some color to my pieces, after I lay down the pen and ink work that I do, because I use parallel lines. I have my own technique of the way I do my artwork. I haven't seen anyone do it the way I do it. I've seen a lot of pen and ink artists, but no one does it the way that I do. And I'm starting now to use acrylic and some pastel, incorporating it with the work to give it some color and something just starting to get off into other mediums, but at the same time stay true to what I've been doing.
Oh, okay. That sounds great. Can't wait to see some of that. So tell us about what pieces you have displayed today.
Okay, well, let's start on my left. You're right. The piece that I have up in the corner over here is called Our Strength Lies in Our Past. And in that piece up there, you'll see Mandela, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Marcus Garvey. And in the middle of it is the continent of Africa. And then you'll see a black man with his back to you, and you'll just see the muscles in his back, and he's flexing. And that's showing you the strength of the back, which represents our past. So the name of the piece is Our Strength Lies in Our Past. And those four brothers right there, I diligently, outside of Malcolm X, I love him and Frederick Douglass. I love all of their autobiographies. Very intelligent brothers. Did a lot to influence and turn us around as a people.
Yeah. And
then the second piece below that is a piece that I do not make copies of. I keep it to myself. It's my son. It's my only child. My son, and it's a photo. It's a drawing I did of him when he was 2 years old, and his mother is inside an hourglass, and she in the sand, and she's pregnant with him. And as the sand drops down to the bottom, it starts to form Africa and another man. And that man is my son, watching himself being birthed and being as a man in Africa. So that's the piece of it. So then you have the largest piece, which is up here on the top here. It's the Black Butterfly piece that we've done, that I've done in, it has all the famous women in there, from Ida B. Wells, Mary McLeod Bethune, Susan Taylor of Essence, Maya Angelou, Betty Shabazz, Cicely Tyson, Harriet Tubman. You know, it has a foray. Right now it has 22 women in that picture, and there's another one, that I'm almost done with, and that one has almost 40 Black women. But it's a part of the Black Butterfly movement that we have going. Which you can see here, we have a Black Butterfly backpack. And it's an embroidered piece, and this is the Black Butterfly here. And the middle of the butterfly, the body of the butterfly represents an Adinkra symbol that is in Africa, and it's a fern that grows there. And we use the fern as an acronym for the Black woman of the faith, endurance, resourceful, nurturing. And those pieces right there, we have it on shirts, backpacks, greeting cards, which I also have our greeting cards too. Then I also do shirts. Silk screening and shirts, and then the last drawing that I have up here on the top is a picture of a brother in chains. It's a part of you can probably see a similarity of it in the Roots movie, Kunta Kinte, Lamar Burton. But that's my rendition of that piece. And
nice. Impressive. So tell me a little bit more about the Black Butterfly. So do you do something in the community with that?
Oh, so the Black Butterfly, right now this is two of the things that we're doing with the Black Butterfly. One is that we just did an art party with it for young Black girls. It was for young Black girls only that were in the Kent area at the Kent Meridian and Mill Creek Junior High in Kent. We had, I believe it was 12 young ladies that came to the art party. We did it in the park with social distancing, and we all painted the Black Butterfly. And like I said, the Black Butterfly has I can read the back of the card for you. It tells it better than I can say it. Like I said, it's faith, endurance, resourceful, nurturing. The Black Butterfly was inspired by the struggle of African-American women, but represents all women who have endured many adversities and outlasted various difficulties in their lives. The body of the Black Butterfly is called the fern, and a Adinkra symbol of the West Africa, which means endurance and resourcefulness. An acronym, like I told you, is called it's the fern. The butterfly wings signify our evolution over time to what the world has come to recognize as influential and proud to be a Black woman. Yeah. So our mission is to empower at-risk girls with ambition and confidence to rise above their circumstances. That's awesome. You can read more about it on the website that we have on my website. It's called Soul Expressions. It's SoulXpressions.com. I also we've been continuing to do things in the community with young girls. This year we would have been doing back to school, giving away backpacks and other forms of things with the Black Butterfly symbol on it, and continuing to work with young ladies. And we also are working with young men as well through my job, where I work with here in Kent mentorship program, and I'll be working with another mentorship program where we're working with young men also. And we're going to start another nonprofit organization called Peace, and it's called Positive Education Always Corrects Errors. So that would be another organization that will start sometime by next summer, for young men that are going through the juvenile facilities, system. So making sure that we reach them before they take off into that next plateau,
so that they don't get caught up in the system. Yes. That's awesome. Yes. That's wonderful. We need that.
Yes.
So tell me, how would you like to be remembered in the world as an artist?
I'm private, so I think my work speaks for itself because I put a lot of detail and time into each piece. None of my pieces are smaller than 11 by 17. They're all very large pieces, and I'm not one to leave them, like my autobiography is short. I think the biggest word in my autobiography that my mom taught me was autodidactic, and which means autodidactic, which means it means self-taught.
Oh, okay.
I'm not one to want to leave a mark here on this earth, but I like for my artwork to stand the test of time and to left a meaning for someone else. Because like how I describe my our shirt, the artwork, when I put it on my shirt, we call it Tatum's wearable art, and it's like an armor, you know. So whatever I want when I see people with it on, I know that they're carrying on something that I really believe in and that they believe in. And if you're buying something that I put a lot of time and effort into, then I believe that's how I leave my mark here. Putting back into the community is a definite for me. So that's how I'd like to leave my mark, you know, being a good person. And that's how most of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all the rest of them are still here, because we still mention their names because of the good things that they've done for the community, for our people. So that's the way I'd like to be remembered.
Yes.
Not in that same level, but somewhere in there.
Oh, well, I mean, your work is definitely great. So I don't think it will ever be forgotten. Very impressive.
Thank you.
Very impressive. And we just want to thank you for your time today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And so can people find like your backpacks or any of those artworks? Can they find it on your website?
Yeah, you'll be able to find it. The only thing that's on there right now are the greeting cards. We have over 35 greeting cards on there now. You can buy them as e-cards as well, and they're at soulexpressions.com. In 2 weeks, before the end of August, all the drawings, the backpacks, the clothing, everything will be on there, from cups to mugs to hats. Everything will be on there on the website. I have over 400 drawings, but there will be exactly 275 of my drawings will be on the website.
Wow, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks for sure.
All right, you all heard that. 2 weeks. Get on that website, soulexpressions.com, soulexpressions.com, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Charles, for your time. I really appreciate it. It's been an honor to learn more about you and your artwork.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, take care. Bye.